everyone, it's Katie from Paradise Falls family. Welcome back to our Panama Canal cruise vlog series, one of our best trips yet. In today's video we'll be talking more about our port day in Cabo San Lucas, Mexico, providing an overview of what we got up to, as well as some of the other things you can enjoy in this wonderful city and area of Mexico. We'll include plenty of tips and hopefully give you just about everything you could need for your own stop in Cabo San Lucas. Good morning everyone. So we are just docking into Cabo. So you can tell this is the quiet corridor I found to do these voiceovers. Still very new to talking on camera, so don't like doing it in front of people. But yes, so we are just about to go into Cabo, so I'm going to go outside and show you what we can see already, because we can see the rocks that we're actually taking an excursion to. So yeah, wonderful view as we're going in, but join us today on our day in Cabo in Mexico. So you can see that little beach on the rocks there. So our original excursion that we had booked would have dropped us on that beach and left us there for a little bit of time, so that would have been quite cool. But we actually changed our excursion while we were on the ship, so we're doing one with Disney now. And Cabo is actually a tender port, so that means we dock out in the sea, out in the ocean, and then get little boats back and forward to the mainland, to the shore. So this, I think, could be where we docked all day, which is absolutely beautiful. So you can see the rocks behind me, and then on the other side you can see the beach. So it has been super hot so far for the majority of this trip. It's warm, it's really nice. I think it's about 25 degrees, something like that, but it's nothing like the heat and the humidity that we've had on the rest of the trip. But it is still 9 AM, so it is early. But hopefully, if it stays like this, kind of sunny and not too boiling hot, it'll be a lovely day. It'll be lovely weather, ideal weather to explore this side of Mexico. Oh, some birds going over my head there. Yeah, so come with us, we'll talk you through the tender process, the things that we did, our excursion, whether we'd recommend or not, and any other top tips that we've got if you're visiting Cabo. So to start off with some background, Cabo San Lucas is a wonderful resort city on Mexico's western coast at the southern tip of the Baja California Peninsula, where the Pacific Ocean meets the Sea of Cortez. Located on the tip of the peninsula, but otherwise surrounded by desert, Cabo has a wonderful climate as well as some fantastic beaches. Coupled with great food and lively nightlife, this all adds up to this being an incredibly popular holiday destination and one of the best in Mexico. This area is also known for its beautiful natural landmarks, in particular the El Arco rock formation, the Arch of Cabo San Lucas, a famous rock formation at Land's End where the two oceans meet, and this is very much the icon of Cabo. Add to this an amazing array of sea life, including seasonal whale migrations. There is definitely plenty to do while you're visiting Cabo. Of course, we visited just for the day as part of our 2-week Panama Canal cruise with Disney, so only had a few hours to enjoy here. Cabo itself doesn't actually have a cruise terminal, meaning that this is a tender port. To reach the land, you're required to take a small tender boat from your ship to the shore. This isn't our favourite way to get ashore, as it obviously takes more time and requires you to build in some buffer time to ensure you can get a boat back to the ship. Therefore, if you want to get ashore, we tend to find that an excursion booked with the cruise line gets you a little bit more time ashore, as you usually have priority for getting off the ship in the morning and onto some of the first tender boats. The tender boats drop off in the main city harbour right in the middle of the action. You'll likely immediately see and hear the sea lions that live and play in the harbour, so have your cameras ready. Once ashore, you can then wander the city, which has loads of shops, restaurants and bars, so plenty to do without spending on an excursion or even venturing further if you don't want to. So we are on the first part of our cruise, which is another boat. Oh, you can hear the engine. Looking out for sea lions and seals. We saw lots on the way in. So we've got free soft drinks, got cranberry juice, and they've got Coke. So this is known as the Pelican Rock. So they said it's a great spot for snorkeling and scuba diving. And you can swim with the sea lions. And there's the view back to our gorgeous cruise ship, the Disney Magic.
It's known as Baja Upside Down. This rock formation looks like a man of the Baja.
For our day ashore, we decided, given that we'd already had some beach time in Cozumel earlier in the cruise, you can see our earlier vlog in this playlist. We wanted to get the best of Cabo and see the sights. We originally booked a boat trip out to El Arco through Get Your Guide. This was working out much cheaper than a Disney excursion. However, Disney rearranged the cruise itinerary at the last moment and changed up the shore times. So we had to cancel our trip and instead booked a last-minute excursion through Disney themselves. A little bit frustrating and more costly, but at least we were getting ashore early and would make the most of our day in Cabo. The excursion we selected was called Harbour Cruise and Scenic Stop. This included a boat trip out to El Arco to see the famous rock formations, along with some time ashore with a trip to a panoramic viewpoint across the bay and a trip to a glass factory. To be honest, it wasn't exactly the itinerary we'd have picked, but ultimately we had a fantastic day. The shore times for the day were 10 AM until 5 PM, with the last tender boat at 4:30 PM. By booking this excursion, we were put on one of the first tender boats of the day, meeting in the D Lounge on the ship for 9:45 AM and getting ashore for 10:30. The journey over to the shore only took around 5 to 10 minutes once we got going, and we were then led straight to the catamaran for the first leg of our excursion. The boat itself was very comfortable, with plenty of seating both on the upper and lower decks, with great views from most seats, as well as restrooms if you needed them. We were also free to move around the boat as well, meaning you could always get the pictures you wanted or get some shade. There was a small bar on board, giving out a free drink to everyone, which was included within the excursion price. The journey out to El Arco was pretty quick, as it's really not very far from the harbour. We passed Lovers Beach on the way, which is a lovely beach accessible only by boat. Shortly past here is the tip of the land and the rock formations. These really were spectacular and well worth seeing from this close up. The captain slowed the boat right down and turned so everyone on board got the chance to see and get their pictures, so it was really well organised. He then took us around the tip and up the coast a little before turning back. The whole journey took maybe 45 minutes and was a really nice little trip. Plus, we got to spot lots of sea lions in the surf along the way. No whales though, although others did spot them later in the day.
So we've done the first part of our excursion, which was a boat trip, and now we are following the Anna sign for part 2 of our excursion and just walking through the port area of Cabo. Our first stop is a glass factory. So we're going to see what it's like in here. Lots of glass. Oh, that's beautiful. And then we're waiting for a short show, I think, and then we will look around the glass factory.
Yes, a turtle! A very special one! Super Mexican turtle!
And then you can see the Mexican turtles down here, which is what we just saw being made, which is quite cool.
Back ashore, we were led to our coach, which again was very comfortable, and made the short 10-minute journey across the city to the glass factory, arriving just after midday. This was probably the part of the day we wouldn't really have chosen ourselves, but it was actually really interesting. We were given a demonstration on how they create the glassware here, and saw them create a cool Mexican turtle ornament before having some free time in the shop. Had we not got such a long journey back to the UK, and if we had a reliable way to get it home without breaking, we would definitely have bought something here, as the glassware was beautiful. Of course, they have the usual kitchenware that you'd expect, plus lots of different ornaments and other bits and pieces. If you're in Cabo and have the time, it's definitely worth stopping by the glass factory and picking something up.
So we're at our second stop on the bus. It's the Sunset Mona Lisa point. What a view. Absolutely stunning. You can see how blue the water is. And then you can see our Disney ship right up in the distance there. This would be an absolutely lovely restaurant to come to. So it's the Sunset Mona Lisa. And the view, just amazing.
After around 30 minutes, we were back on the coach and on to our third stop, another 10 minutes away. This was the Sunset Mona Lisa restaurant, located out on a headland the other side of the bay to the ship and El Arco. It had incredible views across the whole bay, just a wonderfully scenic spot. We had about 20 minutes here with another free drink, so enough time to relax and enjoy the views and watch the surfers in the waves below. We can only imagine how amazing a sunset meal would be here. Just incredible. Heading back to the harbour took a little longer due to traffic, around 30 minutes. So if you're out and about on your own, then keep this in mind. We were dropped off right in the centre, not far from the harbour, at around 2 p.m. So all in all, around 4 hours since we left the ship, and with a bit of time left to explore. We made the decision to head back on board though after a quick walk around the town to avoid the tender boat rush, but we had a wonderful time in Cabo. It's very much made it onto our list for a future beach break, and we can see why this destination is so popular with tourists.
And we've got the cold towels and water before we even get on the tender boat here, which is wonderful.
In terms of the excursion that we took, would we recommend this? Yes and no. We did thoroughly enjoy our excursion. We were well taken care of and had a great day. But it was expensive at around $100 per person, and this is why we didn't originally pick it ourselves. Our original trip, booked with Get Your Guide, which I'll link in the description below, was about a quarter of the price and included the trip out to El Arco with free time at Lovers Beach. So I'm not sure it was great value by comparison. Ultimately, it depends what you want out of your day. Given that Cabo is such a big tourist destination, there are a great range of shore excursions available through Disney. Due to its location, a lot of these focus on the water, but there's something for everyone if you want some time on land. The excursions that we focused on first were all those taking in El Arco and the Land's End rock formations. There are a few different options, with some including snorkeling or some with beach time as well. If you're in season, you can also go whale watching. This is a prime spot for viewing humpback whales from November through to April. Unfortunately for us, we arrived right at the end of the season, so this wasn't really an option available, although we did spot a few spouts on the horizon during our cruise, so they were definitely still around. If you're here a little earlier in the year though, this would be a great experience. Other water-based excursions include sailing, fishing, submarine trips, scuba diving and kayaking. If you've got little ones, Disney also offer excursions to the local Cabo Dolphin Centre, which has a range of packages to interact with the dolphins. If you prefer to stay on land, one of the more popular options is a resort beach break. These tend not to be our favourites as they can be expensive for what they are, hence why we used Resort for a Day for our beach day in Cozumel. See the link for this in the description below the video. But nevertheless, they're a good option if you want some beach time. If you want something a bit more active, then there are lots of different options including ATVs in the desert, zip lining, horseback riding, electric bikes and hiking. A lot of these look fun, but perhaps not always the best for little ones. Lastly, there are tours to nearby San Jose, an interesting looking salsa and salsa excursion combining cooking and dancing. Or you can just book a private driver for the day if you prefer, to see exactly what you want to see. All of the excursions are listed on the Disney Cruise Line website, or alternatively, if you want to book an excursion yourselves, our favourite operators are Viewpoint and Get Your Guide, both of which we use when we're travelling. We've included a link to both in the comments below this video. Just remember though that cruise ships won't wait for you if you're late back to the port and have arranged your own trip. Therefore, if you're planning to venture out on your own, make sure you're back in plenty of time to make that all-important all-aboard time. So hopefully this video has given you a really good overview of Cabo San Lucas and our excursion, and how to make the most out of your day here.
Hi! So you should have seen all of the clips now of our day in Cabo in Mexico. We've had a lovely day in Cabo. I really enjoyed the excursion today. Really enjoyed Cabo, the town. I really like Mexico in general, which is good because 3 of the 4 stops on this cruise were in Mexico. Never been to this side, so like the west coast of Mexico, so it was nice to experience that. It was quite, like the town itself, I think they said that Cabo's like the party town. We're not here over spring break or anything like that. I think it would be quite different. There were quite a lot of people, so there's lots of things you could have done when you got off the ship. If you didn't have an excursion book, there were loads of people offering loads of different trips. But yeah, really enjoyed our excursion today. I think if we came again, we'd probably just do it ourselves rather than booking something through Disney. But it's always good to kind of experience it first time with the cruise line. It just gives you that element of safety. But yeah, we've really enjoyed Cabo, and I'm really excited for our last stop in Mexico in 2 days' time. So yeah, hope you've enjoyed the vlog. If you've got any questions at all, just let me know. Anything you want to ask or any other comments, just ask in the comments below. And thank you all so much for watching.
Thanks for sticking with the video for this long. If you're new to our channel, then please give this video a like and subscribe. We're a family of 4 who love to travel the world together, and we create informative family travel vlogs. We cover the places we've visited and tell you about our own experiences with the aim of helping you make the most of your trip. We've covered loads of places already on our channel, from Europe to North America to Asia. You can find us on Instagram, TikTok, and we also have a website, www.adventuresexparadise.com, with lots of handy family travel guides and even more top tips. Great for planning your own trip or even just browsing for inspiration. In the meantime, if you've got any questions or any other tips, then please let us know in the comments below this video. Thank you all so much for watching.